The first keystone species in Balembangan forest is Rhizophora apiculata, has a height of 16 to 30 meters and can reach up to 50 cm in diameter. The bark is dark gray. The ecological niche where it can be used as soil stabilization, a natural water filter, coast stabilization, and wildlife habitat. As for the trophic level, since Rhizophora apiculata is autotrophic, it is a primary producer. Next is ecological relationship, which is mutualism, as crabs and other animals eat leaf from the tree, and the leaf will be decomposed to be nutrient for the mangrove. There is also commensalism, where crabs and sea snails climb up the aerial roots at high tide to avoid aquatic predator. The biological constraints that can influence the population will be sea level rise, deforestation, and pollution. Further, the morphological structure or behavior of the mangrove tree to adapt includes the presence of stilt roots for physical support, vivipary and water dispersed propagules, and ultrafiltration of soil. The impact of Rhizophora apiculata in research on nitrogen cycle shows that very high rates of nitrogen fixation have been measured on tree stems, above ground roots, and cyanobacterial mats. Thus, there is plenty of nitrogen in the environment. As for the carbon cycle, the contribution of the keystone in that coastal sediment in the mangrove ecosystem account for 50% of carbon storage, thereby playing a major role in carbon biogeochemical cycling. The roles for maintaining a healthy ecosystem are primary production based on photosynthesis, giving rise to forest growth and forest products, notably timber, and many more.
Long-tailed macaques, aka Macaca fascicularis, are secondary consumers. They are semi-terrestrial but prefer secondary forests, especially ones with human settlements, as they can cooperate the farms. They are very adaptive and can eat various foods, including fruits, crabs, and flowers, and thus struggle less in competing with food. They engage in mutualism with plants, where they consume fruits of various plant species and in return aid them in seed dispersal. They are involved in parasitism, as they can transmit various zoonotic diseases, including the hepatitis B virus. As for their biological constraints, they are hunted heavily as food and treated as trade commodity, mainly for research. The constant change in landscape of their habitat causes rapid decline in their population. As for their morphological structures, cheek pouches are used to store food and transport it away from the foraging site. Large incisors and canines are used to chase away non-resident groups by showing them to the enemy as a sign of aggression. Long tails are used to leap through trees while maintaining their balance. Nitrogen cycle is affected through feeding, as nitrogen is consumed along with fruits. Their excretion acts as soil fertilizer and redistribute back the consumed nitrogen. Carbon cycle is affected through respiration, where oxygen is consumed and carbon dioxide is released, and vice versa for plants through photosynthesis. Their main contributions are as seed disperser, as they can eat every type of fruit and can disperse large and protected seeds. They are also vital for forest regeneration.
Another name is saltwater crocodile. Trophic level is tertiary consumer. Estuaries crocodile inhabited a variety of coastal habitat in the island, including mangrove, estuaries, and river. Estuarine crocodile have a symbiotic relationship with certain bird species, which is mutualists that engage in cleaning behavior by removing parasites from their body. Apex predator have a significant interaction with the prey species, establishing predator-prey relationship in their ecosystem. Biological constraint for estuarine crocodile in Balembangan need a stable habitat with clean water, the right temperature, and enough prey. Human interaction can be a problem for estuarine crocodile. Sometimes, local communities see crocodile as a dangerous, which is make it harder to protect them. Morphological behavior for estuarine crocodile have a special gland in their tongue to get rid of excess salt from their body in estuaries. Their deck scale help them blend in the water and surprise their prey. Female crocodile protect the nest, while surprisingly, male crocodile also play a role in parental care. In nitrogen cycle, as a top predator, estuarine crocodile can influence the dynamic of the food web within their habitat. This can indirectly impact nutrient cycle, as change in prey population may alter the flow of nutrient through the ecosystem. In carbon cycle, estuarine crocodile, like many living organisms, they inhale oxygen and release carbon dioxide as a byproduct. To maintain the ecosystem, as an apex predator, they regulate the population of prey species, preventing overpopulation and maintaining ecological balance.